Keep playing 5 seconds to name, yeah?
Superb. You look after yourself, man.
Thank you, mate. Cheers. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Bye.
Pistol Pete, that's his nickname now. Shoots from the hip. 50%.
Right, well, in response to a comment that was left recently on the original Grundig Yacht Boy video, which was published a few years ago now, we're revisiting the Yacht Boy today. And the question that was asked was, how easy is it to replace the telescopic antenna if it's broken? Now, the person who commented said they had a set as a donor, whether it's, I'm assuming it's another Yacht Boy that's trashed, and they've got the aerial from that and need to replace it, and they said it looks like a difficult job. I don't think it's entirely straightforward, and it sort of depends on how much of the aerial you've got from the other set. But I thought we'd have a look at it, because this is the Yacht Boy is one that is not something I have to retrieve from storage. It's always here with me because it's one of my favourite sets, so it's not too difficult to get it apart and have a look at what might need to be done. I don't need to replace the aerial on this Yacht Boy, it's in quite good condition, but we'll have the thing apart and see what we'd have to do if we did have to replace it. Right, the first thing is there's 3 posi drive screws that you have to take out of the bottom here, and these 3 screws hold the back panel in place. So taking these 3 out, let's turn it the right way up for a moment, that releases this bit. Now that lifts off, if you can see the the buttons on the top, it lifts off over the top of the buttons there and comes away like that. Now in this case there's a socket someone put in that I retained, which allows you to do a feed-in of 9 volts through this, rather than what I did, if you remember, was to put one of these drawers in to hold a PP3 battery, because I didn't fancy using 6 D cells, which is quite a lot of weight to add. So yeah, this thing here being soldered on does complicate things a little bit here, and I don't think we'll need to take it off to look at this. What we need to do next is get the chassis out of the set, and that involves some these screws here. So you can see there's one here, which isn't helped that I've put the battery drawer almost exactly on top of it. There's another couple which you can't quite see. I think actually you have to lift the telescopic aerial itself and then you can see them. So they are here and here. I don't think you can see that one very well. There it is, they're lurking behind this bracket. Now the other thing about these 4 screws is they are, for such a well constructed set, the screws are absolute pants. They're flat blade screws, but they're very shallow slot, so the screwdriver cams out at every possible opportunity, and they're in rather awkward places. So I've used the magnetic screwdriver for this, in the hope that we can at least retrieve them if they fall out, but it takes usually a few goes. Really, I don't know why I don't just put some other screws in, but I suppose finding the right size. I think I did look at this before and I thought I wasn't sure the screws I had were the right size. I didn't want to get it to the state where they didn't grip at all, because it's just plastic behind them. They're not threaded properly, so they're just self-tappers. I didn't want to go into the plastic behind them, make too much of a mess, and then not be able to ever put the thing back together. So that's why. Then that, generally speaking, will free. Oh no! Before we do that, knobs need to be taken off the front panel. Tuning knob is pretty straightforward. Actually, if you remember, I didn't have the proper knobs for this originally. I had to put these ones here, and I think these colic knobs were actually smaller than the aperture, so they should just pull out and I shouldn't need to do anything different with those. Let's get it back around the right, or let's get it back facing the way we want it again, and lift ourselves up a little bit. Right, so that should free it. There's also, on the telescopic aerial, there's this little plastic piece which you need to just lift. It should just lift off there, that bit. Put that on one side so you don't lose it, otherwise it will not go back in properly. and then you can get the chassis out. Now, let's have a look at the telescopic antenna itself. What I was hoping for was that there'd be something you could unscrew here, but it appears you can't. If you look, it sort of looks as if it's sort of soldered in there. There aren't any flats here. There isn't something to unscrew. It looks like it's soldered onto that bracket, and I'm guessing they've used, I'm not entirely sure about this, I'm not an expert in joining metals, but I'm guessing that's not normal sort of solder, because you'd have to, it looks quite strong and holding it together, and I don't think normal solder would do that. I think, you know, it probably, you have to put quite a lot of heat on it to melt that, and maybe then this will come off. But actually, again, it depends what you've got. If you've got another Grundig Yacht Boy, then, and it's got a proper aerial in it, presumably it's got this bracket as well. And the bracket, it seems to me, should come off as one assembly with it. If you have to take this bit out, I think that's a lot more complicated. As I said, desoldering that, I'm not going to attempt to do that because I don't know that I'll be able to get it back again. And obviously I don't want to ruin my own radio when there's not anything wrong with it. Although, as you can see, if you've watched enough of my videos, you'll know it's not an uncommon event. But I'm trying not to do it deliberately. Anyway, I think what we can do is take the bracket out, because there's a screw here for the bracket. There's two screws here holding the bracket in. There's another screw on the top there, and then it's soldered on the top one there. And then there's this wire. Now that wire goes to a ground plane. So you can see here there's this strip of metal that goes all the way down and underneath here. And that provides a ground plane for the aerial. And then the signal path is actually through this whole assembly here, and that point there, I think, is how it connects onto the tuner unit. So I think take these 3 screws out and then try and desolder that, and we might need a bit of heat on that to get that out, because again, this big thing is going to act as a substantial heat sink. But let's try that. So yeah, it's just that solder that's holding it on now, and obviously we're going to get that wire off the top of it, so let's try doing that. So the wire hopefully is the easy bit. Now, I might need to up the temperature on this a bit. I might need a bigger bit. Let's see if I can apply enough heat to it to remove that. There you go. So the whole thing comes off like that. Obviously, you got to remember not to then pick that up until it's cooled down a bit. Yeah, that's pretty hot to the touch. So, so then having a look at it, is it then possible to get that out more easily than I thought? I don't think so. I think that is pretty much a single unit, and as I said, I don't really want to unsolder that bit, but if you've only got the aerial, I think you'd have to unsolder those 2 bits there and pull that out. But I'd recommend taking the bracket out anyway. And then of course refitment is a reversal of disassembly, as they say, and it never obviously is. But yeah, I'm guessing that if you've got another Yacht Boy with a good aerial in it, you might also have that bracket, and if you have that bracket, then it's not really too difficult to change it over, or not as difficult as you might think. I mean, to be honest, finding a scrapped Yacht Boy in a state where you can take anything off it is a lucky find, because even Yacht Boys of this generation that are in an absolute 2 and 8 will still cost you over 50 quid on eBay normally. They're such popular sets, and for a good reason. They're pretty solidly built, And although that is an advantage in terms of them lasting a lifetime, if you do actually need to change things on them, it being solidly built isn't always a help, because things don't come off very easily. Anyway, if you can't get hold of a proper aerial and this whole bracket for it, if you've just got one from a different Grundig or a different brand of set or something you got off eBay or whatever, my normal technique for these sort of things is to just put a connector in the top of here, either an F connector or a BNC, because you can get telescopic antennas that will just plug onto an F connector or a BNC, and alright, it won't retract all the way, it won't look as good as the original, but it'll still work, and it's much less of a faff if you don't have massive amounts of metalworking skills to deal with all this stuff around here. And I certainly don't, but fortunately I don't have to, because my aerial luckily is intact, despite the fact that I've just mucked about with it. Anyway, I hope that helps the original poster and anybody else who needs to change the antenna on their Yacht Boy.